What's up, guys? Joel Vallie from Media Glitch here, and awesome day today. We're going to be talking about the video game awards, but before we do, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know in the comment section down below what you thought about the game awards. What were some of your biggest upsets? What were some of your some of the games that you're looking forward to? We're going to talk about all that today. It's a very live. We got people in the chat. We're streaming. It's going to be awesome. But I'm not alone. I got my boy Intrigue Gaming here. There you are.
What's up?
And then I got the Kag Man.
Yo.
Oh, man, it's so hard to do this backwards. And then down below here, I got the Radical Reggie of them all, Radical Reggie. There you go. And we're going to talk about these game awards. Now, how do we start? Where do we start? Should we start? Now, there was a pregame, or almost like a pregame award show. Did you guys know that? It started a half hour before the Game Awards. And some lady who looked like she took a piece of the couch off of her and put it on. And she was hosting it, and she told some really horrible jokes. I'm not going to lie. It was pretty bad. But during
Did she know they were horrible?
Go ahead.
Oh, no. She's probably just reading off a teleprompter.
No, she's a gamer, so she's popular in the community. She did look like she had a rug on, though. She had a pink rug, is a shag rug, is what she had on.
Probably like $5,000 Gucci dress or something.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And they announced some awards, and I can't remember some of them, but one of them that won was Best Mobile Game, which was Marvel Snap. And I was like, oh man, Kag, because Kag was playing that on the stream the other night. And what are your thoughts on that?
Dude, Marvel Snap is phenomenal. I mean, if you haven't played it, it's free. Just download it. You can download it on Steam on your PC. They're trying to get it to work on the Steam Deck right now because all of your cards and everything you earn travels with your login. So no matter where you log in, you still have all your stuff. So download it, play it. It's free. It's fun. It has X-Men, all Marvel, the whole Marvel universe, and it's a card game. Basically, you build a deck. Each card has different powers. There's six turns, and you have to win within 6 turns. But what I like about it is each where you drop the cards has 3 sections. You have to win 2 out of 3 of those sections. But when the card flips for that section, each one of them will give you different things. So it'll be like when it flips over to say 5 power for this turn, or on move 5, all of your cards move to the right, or they'll drop a random card on this section or whatever. So it makes it even harder, man. Sometimes. Yes, dude, you are going to love it.
It that fast in like 30 seconds.
I don't even play card games.
Your night is over. Your night's over.
I'll try it out later at work if I got some downtime.
Your night's over because as soon as you pick it up and start playing it, it's over, dude. And you're playing against
Best
real
mobile,
people.
So, and then we got into the actual award show, and I'll bring up video and stuff here. It'll be in the stream. It won't be for you guys, sadly, because I'm not that advanced. I need to get sticks here to help, give me some classes. But here's the award show. So this guy, we all know him, but the very first thing that comes out was best performance, and Al Pacino. Oh crap! I got an ad. No one cares about Mario and Rabbids.
You gotta get that YouTube Pro, bro. I care about Mario and Rabbids.
So Al Pacino comes out and he's like, "Oh yeah, and I don't." He's like, "I don't play video games, but I watch my kids play video games, right?" And I'm not exactly sure I can't even remember what he said.
He didn't say anything because he couldn't read the teleprompter.
Oh, that's right. He did. He acknowledged. He's like,
yeah.
I can't read. I can't read that teleprompter. He straight up came out and said that. And so he basically best performance of an actor, and God of War won, right? Kratos. And I apologize, I don't remember his name, but I remember his speech was forever long. Like, it went forever, and I think it messed up all the award show, actually, and I think they had to like rush through some awards really, really quick after that. Every
time he speaks, he goes over. He did it last time, And he acknowledged that. He always goes over, and then they have to play the music, be like, "Yo, dude, let's go, get off the stage."
You're done.
Now, have none of us have played God of War? Is that correct?
I have. I played it.
Oh, you played the
I haven't.
God of War 2?
Yeah, Ragnarok. I have it. I played it. I played it up until. Well, I don't even want to tell you because people maybe haven't seen it, but it's something that happens to Atreus. So I played it up to that part and I haven't been back to it.
So if you're looking at my monitor, he first he embraces Al Pacino for a bit. You know, they have a little thing, you know, and then for the next, if you look at the timeline, it's 7 minutes in. He finishes, and we're at 15, almost 16 minutes at this point.
Oh,
That's a lot of talking, man.
yeah.
And then we had a reveal of Hades 2.
Oh yeah. I'm
Right?
excited about that one. I love that first one.
I never played
Hades is
Hades,
awesome.
and everyone
Dude,
tells me about
It is
it.
so good, man.
Have you played it, Reggie?
No, I have not. I mean, that's not true. I played it up until the point where you're on the sled with Atreus, and I got killed like Freya broke my neck.
We're talking about Hades.
I haven't
We're
played
talking
since.
about Hades now.
He's talking about Hades.
We're on a different game. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't really care for the first Hades game. You know, I have it, but I never could get into it. So seeing that they made a new one, I don't know. I just don't feel any certain way about it, I would say.
It grabbed me, that first one. It's just like the art
Really?
style. The art style is so cool. The story and the interactions with all the different characters, like you got it all, man. And then you're trying to escape Hades. Like you're trying to get out of hell.
Yeah, because your dad is like running.
Yeah,
the
and
show.
your dad is the boss man, or what's
I like Hades.
name.
It's I think that Dead Cells pulled me in more than Hades because of like with Hades, when you die, like you kind of lose everything. It's hard, man, but it's a great game.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those rogue light games where you get certain power ups you still keep. And at the beginning, Reggie, it's very grindy. Like the first 10 hours is grinding, but once you get past that 10-hour mark, you start getting further and further with each run. And then each run is like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour.
I think that's my problem for me nowadays. That the game has to suck me in immediately for me to like put in time into it, like and stuff. So that's probably why I never gave it a chance. But in you guys' opinion, how does the new one look like to you guys? Like,
looks the same.
It looks like continuation of
It's
the
more
first one, new story.
Okay.
But yeah, still the cell shaded like graphic, you know,
It's more type
image and stuff.
Yeah, I like. Well, I think it was perfect, but seems like maybe more cut scenes and stuff like that now.
Right
And
on.
maybe
Seems
they balanced it a little bit, Reggie, where you can jump in and just love it.
It seems like lately the part 2 version of games are just extended versions of part 1. Lately, I feel like games haven't really transcended the first game. It just we're gonna take that and just kind of make it a little bit better.
At least it's a sequel and not DLC, because they could just as easy make that DLC.
Like God of War should have been. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Oh man,
you burning hearts already, Kag.
Man, don't diss on God of War, okay?
Dude, I was gonna put Joel.
Huh.
I'm not dissing on God of War because it's a good game. I just don't feel like it's the next evolution of the game. But I was gonna put on Twitter, if they were giving away a category for DLC, best DLC, God of War would have won. But I said I don't want that heat. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome. And then we got a trailer for Judas. Did you guys see this? And I don't know. It was okay. It from the creators of BioShock. Looked pretty good. I mean, we've all played BioShock. We all love those games. Is that
not me?
Correct, or you don't like BioShock, huh?
I never played it, man. I watched my brother-in-law play it.
John, hold on a second. John, start with BioShock Infinite. You'll love it, man.
Is that the newest one?
That's the best one.
That's the last one that came out. It's the best one. You'll love it, dude.
Yeah, Infinite is amazing.
I remember watching my brother-in-law play it, and I was like into watching it, but I just never played it myself.
You should play it, man. Trust me.
And it's cheap too, really cheap right now.
And
I'm watching that trailer now.
Yeah, and Judas looked very, very BioShocky, with more
Okay.
with like more powers and more weapon stuff, things to do. It's definitely sparked my interest. So
Joel ain't gonna buy it. You ain't gonna buy it.
huh?
You ain't gonna buy it. Like 3 years after it comes out, Joel will play.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Joel review it.
unless they send it to me, right? Like that's where I'm at in life. If you send it to me, I'm gonna play the game. Unless it's a fighting game that you need to buy on day one, or else you're gonna get left behind. That's basically
From the
my
trailer. It looks like it might be VR. Be a cool VR game. Did they say it was going to support PlayStation VR 2 or anything like that?
Yeah,
They
I don't
didn't
know.
mention VR 2 at all during the show.
All these ads, these stupid ads. I'm sorry. But
With-
then we got a new Bayonetta game, which kind of surprised everyone, right? That there was
Mhm.
The prequel one, yeah.
so quickly. And if you were watching, there were a lot of people. I was tweeting quite a bit during the awards, and a lot of people responded to my tweet because I said I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling this one.
Mhm.
This is not the art style that I want a Bayonetta game in. I could be totally wrong, right? Total 100% change of art style. Totally. Graphically. Even action pace that you would feel like is totally gone. I don't know what is going to happen, what this is. Any thoughts, guys?
Well, Joel, you're not gonna play it anyways because it's only on the Switch. So Joel's never gonna play that one. But yeah, it's too much of a mix-up, man. I mean, you had a great with Bayonetta 3 was really good, and it is still really good. I keep saying was, but it is really good. And you go to this, and this is just like totally different. Like I feel like it was built specifically for the Switch because the Switch can run this kind of game easily because
It looks like a mobile game.
Yeah, because it looks like a mobile game. So like they didn't make a next step. I don't know if Nintendo has like some type of exclusive on all the Bayonetta iterations that are coming.
They
need stronger hardware to get a better game. And that's I think what you're seeing with this one.
I
feel
think
like
they're trying to do like Ys. Like Ys Origins is a top-down action RPG, right? So Bayonetta Origins is sort of that style, but Ys had the history of the game being like that. Bayonetta never has.
Yeah, like Ys Origin isn't too far off from Ys Book 1 or 2. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's that same. It's in that same vein. And so for me, I was just like, man, this is kind of weird. It felt like they took a game that was already in progress, and that was already being made, and some indie developer pitched it to them, and they're like, "What do you think we make this into a Bayonetta game?"
Yeah, they slapped their name onto it. Yeah, I think that's what happened, Joel.
That happens a lot.
That happens a lot. Yes, it does.
Oh yeah, we've seen it happen in the past. That's how
Contra.
I feel.
Contra game. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about Contra 4?
The
No,
latest
no, the
Contra.
new one.
The last Contra, the one that came out on PS4 and
Hard
Xbox.
Corps. That was
I think it's dead.
yeah, it was Hard Corps, right?
No, it's called Contra something else. I forgot, but it sucks. And you could totally
It
it's
was
a top-down
terrible.
Contra game. And they
Yeah,
basically
it
just
was-
slapped the Contra's name onto another
It's
game.
called
And
Rogue
it's called Contra.
Rogue Corps.
Road Corps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Terrible game. Terrible game, dude.
John sent it
Ew,
to me.
that-
Thanks,
that
John.
was disgusting.
Yeah, my daughter bought it for me for Christmas, and I already had a copy, so I sent Joel my extra.
Yeah, that game.
Joel's like,
We
Joel's
can
like,
play
Joel's trying to
that.
send it back. He just hasn't
We
got to it
should
yet.
do the worst multiplayer game stream one night and just play all the crappy ones we got.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
We play Remnant
Yeah.
of Ashes 2, Reggie.
Dude, John, I saw that game like a week ago. I thought about you, man. I was like, dude, we got to finish
did you
this game
see?
someday.
We haven't even got to it though. But did you see they announced it, right, Reggie?
What?
They announced the
Remnant
Remnant
2.
2
Are you serious?
at the Game
Yeah.
Awards. Yes, they had a
Dude!
trailer.
Yeah.
It looks really great though. Like it looks great. And I immediately tweeted out, "John's gonna love this. We gotta,
And then Joel said I think he meant to say we haven't even beat the first one yet. But dude, we beat that first boss, and that's enough.
Everybody in the chat, if you watch the stream that me, Joel, and John played trying to beat that first boss, dude, we got through it through the skin of our teeth. It was
Yeah,
insane.
it took us like 3
Joel,
hours, and it wasn't even a boss. It was a mid-level boss.
That was, and it was all me carrying
I
you.
grinded 10 hours before we even did that
Joel
stream.
went there, he was the last one alive, and he went in there and took care of business. We covered down the best we
Yeah.
could, but Joel got the killing blow, thankfully, and we were so thankful we beat that boss. But man, that was rough.
I was enjoying the game. I think the problem with that was it was a 3-player game, and at that point, I think Kag had joined into our group.
Yeah,
and our stream team group, and it was just we couldn't continue because we wanted to play 4-player games. So that's what that was, and it looks like they didn't change that either. That it's still going to be a 3-player game. So
oh really?
Plus, yeah, it's still a 3-player.
And so then we got
I'm guessing it is.
What is this? This is a. I'm trying to see what this is. I'm trying to remember. Maybe the chat can help me out. What game is this? Oh, is it okay? Is it Destiny 2 maybe? Yeah. DLC? Yep. That's what it looks like, huh?
I fell off of Destiny when 2 came out.
I never jumped on that hype train.
Yeah, I was all about it on Destiny 1, and then it's just like a never-ending grind. I mean, a lot of online games are like that, though.
And I want to let the chat know. I know there's a lot of people in the chat, and I'm just saying we're not ignoring you. We're filming an episode. We're hanging out. Rocksteady. Okay, this was big for me. Rocksteady announced the new Batman game, and the cutscene looks fabulous. It's Suicide Squad based. The trailer looked amazing. They talked about the guy who voiced Batman, who recently passed away.
Conroy,
yeah, and it was actually quite touching. And they were saying that his voice, this is the last appearance of him, is going to be in this game.
Oh wow!
And so I was totally impressed. I was like, okay, this is cool. This is big news for me. Rocksteady. I know we've all played the games. Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, some of the best games out for the last generation. What are your thoughts on this new one, John?
I don't know, man. It looks great. It's probably gonna be the same like gameplay than the older ones, so that's a lot of fun. But the thing with those games that gets me is they get really repetitive in the combat.
See, I don't feel that way. I feel like you're upgrading at a steady pace. You're unlocking new moves. I love those games, man. Arkham Asylum still to me is like, I love it. Just absolutely.
I want to hear what Kag thinks. He's the big Batman fan here.
Well, this isn't a Batman game, so I mean, you don't play as Batman. You play as Suicide Squad. Batman is just a special appearance. So
right.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna love it, but I mean, it's gonna be a good game. But you're not gonna play as Batman, so we gotta get that out there. This is a strictly Suicide Squad. It's called Kill the Justice League. So you're playing as a Suicide Squad and you're going after basically the Justice League in the game. But it's gonna be great if it keeps to the same mechanics of the Arkham Knight games. We'll be good as long as it doesn't go the mechanics of Arkham Knights. We'll be all right.
Okay.
But I like how they did pay tribute in there, and they showed us Batman in the game. But just keep in mind that it's not a Batman game. You're playing as the Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn, and all of them is who you're playing at this one.
What are your thoughts on the Batman games and Rocksteady and all that, Reggie?
I mean, it seems like Rocksteady can't get away from the Batman IP. I mean, I know they want to create something else new, but man, the Batman games have put them on the map, so I understand why they keep making them. I don't really think much of it. Since Batman's story is kind of ended, I've kind of lost interest in the series. With Batman Arkham, what was it, Arkham Knight?
Yeah.
That was the last one in the story. So I kind of wanted them to move on from it. I'm not really into Suicide Squad. Maybe I haven't seen the right, like, I don't know, like what's the word I'm looking for? Like the right version of them that really kind of interests me. Because there's different versions. There's a cartoon version. There's the movie versions. It depends on which one you like. So I don't know. This game would have to kind of surprise me, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like that it's being made for people because the Suicide Squad is pretty popular right now. So that's a good thing.
And here on the screen, I have a picture of, snap. Thank you, Phantom. Was it Phantom of Potato? I believe, for subscribing. Appreciate that. and for following. Appreciate that. Okay, so I on the screen I have that girl who's wearing the Muppet, like level 857 said. And John, did I miss so far any awards that were given out yet? I know they were gonna do best adaptation, and that was basically the best adaptation from video game to some other sort of medium. So like television or TV. They had Sonic in there, and the person that won, and I think it, from what I understand, much deserved, which is the League of Legends animation that came out that we got. Was that Netflix that brought that out? The League of Legends.
It was Arcane. Yeah.
And so they took that award. And then they played the new Star Wars, basically the sequel to what was that one?
Outcast? No.
Outcast was for the GameCube.
Fallen
Order, is that what it is? Or
yeah, Fallen Order.
So, and that's a game I streamed from beginning to end on the stream, and I beat it.
I'm excited about that. I really like that game too.
It was a great game. It was a great game. I streamed the whole thing. I beat it in a day, and ran through that bad boy. The second one looks like a little bit more of the same. Looks like you got some more powers. Are you guys excited about this? Did you guys
got a
play
blaster now?
one?
That's the big controversy, right?
What's that?
That you can use a blaster.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think that is from what I saw. Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe it was just some gossip online. But I'm excited about it. Like, I want to continue the story. I had a lot of fun with Cal, I believe is the character's name.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm definitely probably day one, even though that game will be $30 6 months later.
I looked at
EA, right? Is that correct?
Mhm.
EA.
Yeah, so
correct.
EA games drop insanely fast, But go ahead, Kag.
It looked good. It looks like they bumped up the graphics. I don't know if it's in Unreal Engine 5 or not, but it looked really good. Well, no, they use Frostbite, so they don't use Unreal. They use Frostbite. So it looked really good. I can't wait to play it. I love that the actor even showed up.
At the end.
He looks just like him. I was like, yo, this dude, I mean, obviously it's mocap, but man, it looked like he came right out the game.
It's coming on March was when the new season of Mandalorian drops also. So March is my birthday month, and I love Star Wars. So I'm like, yes, bring it.
All right. Yeah.
John, what is your favorite Star Wars movie?
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
That's the game. That's the game they need to make. It's the Mandalorian game. They need to do that ASAP.
They probably make it to some iPhone game.
Yeah, they probably
do that.
Make it a pay-to-play iPhone game with cards.
I would be so upset. I mean, the Mandalorian, he crosses over. So far, he's crossed over into like most of the shows.
Well, he crossed over to the Boba Fett one, and that's what made me so mad about Boba Fett. I was like, the last 3 episodes are a freaking infomercial for Mandalorian.
Yep.
Pissed me off. I want to learn more about Boba and his past and future.
Well, they really took Boba in a whole different direction, and
they neutered him.
It was a bit much.
They made him a little too good. Like, the original Star Wars, he's a cold-blooded killer, dude.
Yeah.
With no remorse.
I mean, cold-blooded killers, sometimes they got to retire, settle down, find a nice place, plot of land on Tatooine, where they can spend the rest of their days out,
Dude, he was getting handled in that show. Every fight he got in, he got handled.
Yeah. He's an old man that's been in a pit for 50 years.
Yeah, I don't mind him not being as much of a killer, but you're a bounty hunter, one of the best bounty hunters in the galaxy, and you were getting handled in every fight. And you needed help from other people, which, like, I don't know, man. I felt bad about that.
Reggie, did you play that first Fallen Order?
Yes.
I was asking Reggie.
No.
You didn't play it? You guys have a favorite Star Wars game? You think that rules?
I mean,
Revenge of the Sith.
This is gonna be mine is Revenge of the Sith too, but it's for the Game Boy Advance because it's actually a 2-player beat 'em up.
Yeah,
like with 2D sprites that a lot of people don't know about. So I would say that's my favorite Star Wars game.
Jedi Outcast or Rogue Squadron, and that's just nostalgia
Yeah.
speaking.
Mine's probably Empire Strikes Back on the Atari.
That's super nostalgia.
Yeah,
talking about nostalgia.
And like that game nowadays.
It wasn't Revenge of the Sith. I had to look it up because I'm like, hold up, that might not be right.
There was one
it
that was for the PC.
The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens on 360 was my favorite.
Force Awakens.
That was an amazing game, bro.
Force Awakens?
Yeah, on 360.
The
Force Unleashed. The Force Unleashed. Excuse me.
Okay,
yeah, with the Apprentice, right?
Yeah, yes.
I was like, Force Awakens wasn't even out yet. When the
that was a
360
crazy
out.
game, man.
I remember the first level of that game where you play as Darth Vader and you go to that village.
Isn't that so good? That's like the greatest way to start a game, right? And
yeah, dude, it's
mowing
insane.
down that village.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They need an open world Star Wars. Like I know they're developing one, and it's like off and on.
You could argue the MMO is pretty open world.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Well, I mean that's old though, right?
It is old. Yes,
they need a new one.
Yes, they need a new one. So, and then they announced Earthblade. They gave us a trailer. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's kind of an indie-looking game from the creators of Celeste, which some of you guys might have played that. Some of you guys may not have.
Yes, Celeste was awesome.
I did not play it, so I cannot comment on that. Let's see. What do we got next? Oh, we got a Dune game coming.
Oh yeah, I got that on my wish list, right?
And I'm about as
I got the last one. I got the real-time strategy
movie, so I could care less about it. Go ahead, John. Tell me what you think.
Okay, so I'm watching the thing right now. I got the Dune real-time strategy. It just came out a few months ago on PC. So I love the Dune story. I love the movies. I love the old remade movie back in the 80s or the 90s. That like a lot of people hate. I don't know. It's always fascinated me since I was a kid. But anything Dune, I'm gonna be excited about.
Did you like that Dune movie?
Yeah, it was pretty slow. It picked up near the end. The second one's gonna be killer though.
I just couldn't get into it. I've never been able to get into Dune. I tried. It's just not a thing. So just couldn't get it. Anyway, we got that trailer, and then
it's good. There's not many Dune games that are like in this style. Most of them are strategy games, so that's good for the series.
Then we got a Forspoken demo trailer. I don't know much about that.
That's a nice looking game. So with the girl, and she does like a lot of magic and stuff. The demo's pretty awesome. Yeah, so
she is like sucked in from another world, and all of a sudden she's in. Yeah,
to me it feels like a female Prince of Persia almost.
Oh, maybe. Okay, sorry, I was in the wrong spot. Oh yeah, and then as soon as that dropped, immediately is that Square Enix? Who is that? That
might be what's it? The people who did the Prince of Persia games, so Ubisoft, right?
It looks insane.
Forspoken is Square Enix. It's Square Enix.
Yeah,
Square Enix. Okay, wow.
Yeah, it's Square Enix.
And as soon as that dropped, I got an email. That there's a demo playable. It looks amazing. It looks insane. Now I remember seeing this. It looks so good. So you guys can actually play that right now on the PlayStation Store, it said. We got some Genshin Impact news. I don't know if you guys are about that, but here's an interesting one. And I have still yet to play this first one, but as soon as they showed the baby, the whole crowd erupted.
Oh God, no!
And we're talking. I guess that's not one of his favorites. Death Stranding 2.
Very underwhelming announcement.
So not if you were there. Like it's that place.
No,
erupted.
Really? They erupted. Anything Kojima touches, people erupt on. But it looked good. I give you that. I mean, the mocap, all that stuff looked phenomenal, man. But the first one, I was like an hour into it. I just put the controller down and just never went back to it, man. So there's nothing that's going to pull me into this one. Nothing.
In the beginning of that, it's like the baby's getting shaken baby syndrome. Like, dang, man.
This time it's an octopus inside of there.
I never played the first one, but I always took interest in it. I'm just waiting for the PS5 version to become like $10. Then I'll give it a whirl. But with the announcement of the new one, were people really big fans of the first game like that? Does it really deserve all the praise, and the awards it got? Because I don't want a walking simulator like people were calling it. Like you're just walking everywhere and it takes a long time to get there.
Yeah, I never tried the first one because of people saying that. So that turned me off from day one. And I don't know if that's the case or not, but
I think everybody erupted and was happy because Kojima actually was there.
He was just doing something. They're just happy he's there. Like he touched something.
Yeah,
so.
he was there. It's you know what, and it's funny because, no one knew that a part 2 was even in development or even coming out. So that was a surprise. Like when they announced it, I was like, "Yo, he's working on a part 2 of this game." So it took me back by them saying that because I didn't know anything about it. I was like, "Wow."
They hinted at it like about a year and a half ago. There was some kind of like teaser for it, but there was nothing else after that. So I guess this event really surprised people for it. So Joel, are you looking forward to playing it? Did you play the first game?
I haven't played the first one, but
are you going to now? It has a sequel coming out?
Well, it's been on my things to do. This seems like a game. If you know my taste, this seems like a game that I'd probably love. Because it's so mixed reviews, and most of the time when people praise a game and I play it, I'm like, and then when people hate a game, I play it, I'm like, what are you talking about? This is dope. So like, I feel like this is probably one I would actually be excited for, and I've been wanting to play it, and I just just hadn't had the time. It's hard to, and it's free on PS5 if you're a premium member, right? So like,
I'll tell you. I'm sorry, Joe. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'll tell you this though. One thing I noticed good about the Death Stranding games, and Kojima always does this in his games, that they have really good boss fights. The boss fights are very cinematic and awesome. So that's one of the high points in the game that I know of personally.
I mean, Kojima gave me one of the greatest boss fights ever in my life experience. And if you weren't there back in the day, Psycho Mantis. If you weren't back in there in the day when you fought Psycho Mantis and you didn't know, you had to figure it out yourself what was going on. That was the most mind-blowing crap we've ever seen.
Yeah.
And so like to me, I'll be like, I'll always like, there's a reason why people love the man, because he does bring stuff new, and who knows, like, so I definitely want to try this game.
I think Death Stranding 2, or just Death Stranding the franchise, would be an awesome movie or an awesome series, like television series. The game, just part 1. I mean, I've tried part 2. I mean, when I try everything, but part 1 just didn't get me. But I would love to see a movie or a show with Norman Reedus in there and about the Death Stranding universe. That would be amazing. I think it'd do very well.
And then we had a Immortals of something. I don't know. They didn't show much of it. They gave away the Best Narrative award, and I believe, if I'm right, John, was that God of War?
I think so.
It was. God of War won it.
Yeah, which
makes sense, right? And then we got something that, after I seen this trailer, my mind blew up. It blew up because it's the first time we've seen Tekken 8 gameplay.
Yes. Oh my God.
And I was just tweeting it I was just taking stills, and I was just like, this game, I feel like they're going to have one hell of a story mode in this game. Like, you can't look at this. And Tekken has always been one for cinematics, right? Like, they've always brought it to us. But this is on another level. And I was just watching this. I was like, oh my gosh, like day one purchase, no, without a doubt. Any thoughts?
Yeah, it is. When I seen martial law with the nunchucks, and the detail in his body, and he was just like ripped up. And then for Jun Kazama to be back in Tekken for the first time since Tekken 2 is sick. It's just insane. Me too.
Tekken 2 is my last one I got into.
It is going to be the best fighting game of the year it releases, hands down. Is going to beat out everything, and
I can't say that.
Guarantee that. Man.
I'm not going to go as far as say that yet, but
I play Street Fighter, so I haven't played Tekken yet. But from the looks of it, there won't be a game that's going to be better than Tekken 8 the year that it releases. Now, maybe next year or something, but if it releases this upcoming year, because Street Fighter comes out in June, if Tekken comes out this year too, Tekken is going to win the best fighting game of the year, hands down, no question.
So
you heard it here first.
I've been following Tekken for years. My favorite Tekken, I mean, the one that got me into it was really Tekken 2. The character roster in that game,
dude, Tekken
pretty
2
awesome. The intro to that game has one of the coolest intro themes ever. If you guys remember it, man, it's great. So I'm a guy like story in the Tekken games, and it seems like Tekken 8 is going to wrap up the story, which started pretty much from the first game, with the Mishima family. Yep. So now Kazuya is my favorite character. He's the main antagonist, it seems, in Tekken 8. I was rooting for him as the anti-hero. I don't know how the story's going to turn out, but it looks really cinematic, and the fighting in the game is very cinematic. And what we mean by that is that when you're fighting in that game and you have a clear-cut move where you're about to hit somebody, it'll do like a cinematic view of that move, of you hitting your opponent with that move, and it looks freaking great. I love how that looks. It's very similar to the battle between Kazuya and Heihachi at the end of Tekken 7, if you guys remember that. So it's very much like that. So I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing. I just hope the game is coming out sooner than later, since they got it to where they showed the gameplay how it looks. So hopefully sometime early next year. But I have a feeling it's going to be late next year when we get our hands on Tekken. But we'll see how it goes. But I'm very excited for it. It looks like they're going to wrap a lot of stuff up. The character models in the game, like the character designs for like Paul Phoenix, finally took that stuff out, the hairspray out of his hair, let the hair down.
Yes.
So, and also a character I've been wanting to come back story-wise, June from Tekken 2. She's finally going to be in the story, it seems. Hopefully not as a ghost, but as a real character, because we don't know what happened to her after Tekken 3. But we'll see how it goes. But I'm very excited, man. So, yeah.
And if you look at, they didn't show very much gameplay, but if you look at the backgrounds, the detail is insane on some of those backgrounds. I was like, holy smokes, this is on another level. John, you don't play fighters very much, but
that actually Tekken's the only fighters I play, and me and my daughter love it. She is a huge Tekken 7 fan, so she's gonna be super stoked about this. I don't think she knows about it yet.
Anything that's in the I'm sorry, John, I didn't mean to catch you.
No, that's fine, man. I was wrapping it up. But yeah, I'll probably get it day one for my daughter as the excuse, and hopefully beat her butt a couple times before she figures it out.
Anything in the Unreal Engine 5 engine just looks phenomenal. Tekken is Unreal Engine 5. Forspoken is Unreal Engine 5. Unreal Engine is like sick when it comes to like what they can do with it. It really is next gen. This is what we've been waiting for. They've still been developing games in Unreal Engine 4 for a while.
Yeah, we want these games that are going to push our current systems, man.
Yes.
So Tekken 5 looks like it's definitely going to be one of those games. We want the max out of the PS5, Xbox Series X, the max you could give us. So this game looks like it's going to do that.
Time to stop catering to the PS4 and the freaking Xbox One, guys. It's time to move on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as they give you,
we want games that melt our PS5.
Yeah,
dude,
man.
show me why I spent $500, almost $600 on my console.
It's time
to leave them behind. Leave the old consoles behind. At this point, they're handicapping. It doesn't even feel like PS5 or Xbox Series X is next gen because they're still bringing out all these games, on the PS4 and Xbox. Like, it's handicapping it, man.
I agree. Okay, and then we had Best Art Direction. And what did I do? What happened? I switched off. Dang it. Best Art Direction. And I was going to be like, okay, if Elden Ring doesn't win, there's something wrong with this world.
Facts.
And Elden Ring did win. And then we had Best Sim Strategy, and Mario won for some reason. We got a Nightingale trailer. Not quite sure what that was.
And that Best Sim Strategy. There's a lot of games on there I have on my wish list I haven't played yet. But it probably should have been Dune.
And then what something else? God of War won something else, I think. I don't know.
God of War
Oh
won
no,
a.
that's at
They won best,
Dusk
best
Falls.
narrative.
One
It
independent
won
game.
a lot.
And then
Yeah,
we got a
it won lot of
trailer
awards.
that actually got me excited because I love Dark Alliance. Is it Dark Alliance? The Baldur's Gate games, and they released a Dark Alliance or a new one in the past. It wasn't that great. This is Baldur's Gates 3. Looks really good. Are you guys a fan of the series? Have you played it? What were your thoughts on that?
Never played a Boulder Gates game. I'll get myself out the way. Never played one yet.
I played it a long time ago, but that Boulder Gates 3, it's been on PC for a while.
Has it
Like
now?
early purchase. Yeah, I
Oh,
actually
you're
have it
right.
and been
I
playing
remember.
it.
Yes, I remember getting emails and stuff. So, I'm excited to have this in my life. I'm ready for that. Then we got a Wayfinder trailer. Let's look at this real quick. Looks like a Epic Games type of thing. Not much interest for me. We can keep moving on. Fire Emblem,
There we go.
Oh,
Engage or something trailer.
Mhm.
Again, I don't like strategy games. I usually don't even like people who like strategy games. I make an exception for John.
Dude. Joe, it's got all kinds of anime stuff. You love anime, you gotta open your mind up a little.
No,
You
if
know,
there was
it's good exercise for your brain.
if there was any game, okay, if there was any game that was going to get me into strategy games, it would probably be Fire Emblem. No lie. You know what I mean? Like that would be the one that got me into that series. So,
What's cool is it's not a Nintendo exclusive,
nice.
right?
Yeah, I didn't know. I don't know. We got a trailer for Sky, which I believe now Aurora. If you don't know her as musically, she's a very talented singer. She's doing. It seems like she was doing the music. I could be wrong. To this same people that gave us like Flower. What was that other one that Austin Wintry did the score to? Oh gosh, Journey. You remember Journey?
Yeah, I saw the
So
cover in my head.
yeah. So I guess this is by these guys again. Then we got this amazing cinematic for Diablo 4. And I about wet myself because it was just it was so good.
Diablo's back, baby. It took them so many years to
we
make
got a
3.
trailer I think like 2 years ago for it, and we got pumped up, but now we're seeing some gameplay now.
Not gameplay yet. We've seen gameplay, I think. We've seen gameplay in the past so far. This is a new cinematic trailer, but it was just like, oh my goodness. It just makes you go, let's do it. They gave us a date. 6 what was it? 6 something 23 or something. Or 6/26, I believe.
June 6th, yeah. 6/6/23.
Yeah, so man, it's so close. We're so close, you know. Super excited. I love Diablo 3. John said he was gonna play Diablo 2 with me. He never did. He did once.
Whatever, man.
He did once.
You're always like, well, let's play Dead by Daylight or something.
Oh, look at this guy. Listen to this. Are you hearing this, Reggie? You hear this guy? He's trying to throw me under the bus. Like it's my fault. Bought that
I'm looking
game and
forward to
everything
Diablo
for this guy.
4.
But
That's gonna be a dope game. I'm looking forward to it.
But it looked great. Great cinematic. And Diablo, Blizzard always delivers on those great cinematics. Then we gave out some more awards. Best multiplayer game. We all wanted Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge to win.
Yeah,
But sadly, Splatoon 3 took it because everyone's on the Switch is nuts. Now,
I don't even see how
best
that went.
audio design. Let's see. What did that go to?
God of War.
God of War.
Yep.
Which may or may not have been well deserved. I don't know. I haven't played God of War 2. I don't know. So, VG Legend seems to like it. Then they did some stupid content creator ones and stuff. Then they showed the new Horizon Zero Dawn trailer. Another game.
Whoa, okay.
Already.
So I did get a glimpse of that, which was really nice. But though I was excited, and I kind of had a feeling they were going to bring it out around the show. I like to see some gameplay, but they did pump us up though by showing us the DLC. And what I liked about it is that you see Aloy flying on the bird,
Yeah.
and she's having a good time. She's enjoying herself. It's really beautiful. And then you see that she finally made it to somewhere everybody always wants to go when they want to make it big. That's Hollywood.
So crazy, right?
Yeah, it really is crazy, and it's funny because like the Hollywood sign, iconic, is there and everything like that. But also where the Hollywood sign is, there's some kind of new menace there as well. And you see the Hollywood sign torn down, and it looks like this is true DLC, folks. They've been working on this since the game came out, and it looks like it's going to be really well done, just like their last DLC was for the last game, which was Frozen Wilds, I think it was called. So I'm really pumped up for this. You know, it looks like a really worthy expansion. Even though I haven't seen any gameplay, but I feel like Guerrilla has really done a good job of putting out good content. You know, a lot of people don't give Guerrilla credit. You know, they put out the Killzone series, and then they moved right on to this IP, Horizon series. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Let's bring back Killzone, right?
Yeah, dude. One of these days, they got to bring it back.
Why is it taking so long?
They ain't going to touch that. Just like they should bring back Resistance.
Yeah, Resistance 2, 1, 2, and 3, all those were hits.
It's a PS move for those
Resistance
games.
had an ending though. Like they ended that series, so like, I don't think Resistance will come back. Like if you beat Resistance 3, you'll see what happens. What I'm talking about.
Yeah, I didn't beat it. So.
Resistance 2 story is wild, man. I remember I was texting Reggie like, "What the?"
Resistance was great. I played 1 and 2. I had 3. I bought the bundle where 3 came with the Move controller and everything where you could play it on Move, but I never did.
Joel, didn't you beat it with your son?
Yeah. We went
I remember that.
all those. But Killzone, dude, was it the third one? Which one had that insane multiplayer? It was just so good.
I think that had. Well, I don't know which one it could have been.
They had like online.
Part 3 is my favorite Killzone, even though most people go with Part 2. But maybe it was Part 3. I don't know.
Okay, so and then the people from Last of Us came out. Troy Baker, he's been on Media Glitch. He's been on the show. They announced the best action game, which probably went to God of War. I can't even remember. I want to say they gave. Let me see. Let's see if we can hear her.
And the Game Award for Best Action Game goes to Bayonetta.
Oh, it's Bayonetta. I forgot. Yes, Bayonetta won Best Action Game of the Year.
What? Really?
Bayonetta 3.
You kidding me?
That was such a surprise. But if you think about if you played a Bayonetta game, like
it's nothing but action.
It's insane, to the wall action all the time. So
on the Switch ball system, so wow.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. Then we got what's that?
The category for the best action game, the games that were in that genre had no chance. Only game that was nominated that had a chance to compete with Bayonetta for best action game was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Right.
They had Sifu, Neon White, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Shredder's Revenge. None of those games had even a chance to even compete with Bayonetta other than Call of Duty for best action game.
I don't know what game would. Like
Yeah, for sure.
I haven't played the Bayonetta 3. But Bayonetta 2 was insanity. It was just so awesome. Then we got a trailer to Blue Protocol, which looked amazing. It's anime looking. It was just like, I was like, man, the more I saw of it, I was like, this is beautiful. Beautiful game. And I believe, is it by the same people? Help me out in the chat. It's Bandai Namco, I believe. But
it is Bandai Namco.
It looks beautiful. This looks like one I'm going to be streaming. This looks like one that I'll get day one. This looks like one that just is going. It's just like they put so much love into it.
Yeah, it's got that cell shade like Tales of Arise almost.
Oh, even more beautiful. Even more beautiful. One of the best looking games. You know, there's different styles of games, right? But you can tell that this is a game that took a long time and a lot of people had to work on, you know. It's more than just rendering out a 3D character. You know, it's you can tell that there was some love put into it. Company of Heroes 3 trailer.
Oh yes, that's on my Steam wish list. Strategy.
And I don't care about that. Moving on.
Whatever, John.
I'm
You don't
kidding.
care
I'm
about that
kidding,
stuff,
John. Go
man.
ahead. Go. Do you have something to say
Dang.
about this?
The
No.
shade, bro. The
It looks
shade.
awesome. It's like a next gen. Well, it's for mostly. I don't think it's getting a console release, but it's finally back. We've been waiting for a new game for years, and it's finally here. So if you like squad combat and telling your troops what to do and what to blow up and where to go, this is where it's at, man. Just look at it. It looks like movie realistic,
It is a movie.
and it's real time
It's just a movie. That's all they show.
strategy.
This is
I'm
where
getting it.
This is
for
where I
sure.
went up and I went to the bathroom. I'm not gonna lie. I just went to the bathroom. But, the closest I've ever gotten to a strategy game, John, is a game, and the chat will remember. Maybe you guys will remember, called Populous. And
Yeah,
that's
I remember that.
I love.
I remember that game.
I love that game, and I'd play it for hours and hours and hours, man. And so I can.
Oh, it is coming to console. Console edition is also coming in 2023. I have it on my Steam wish list, which I think it'll be easier to play with a keyboard and mouse rather than a controller. But that is nice that other people are getting exposed to this style of game on consoles, because strategy games have sort of been locked to PC for a while now.
Yeah. Well, because it's easier, right?
Mhm.
Just to like, and then because you got a mouse, you got a keyboard, it's you can go move faster and stuff. So yeah, that's cool that's happened. We got a Behemoth trailer. Kind of looks like I remember seeing in the chat, people were like, it's kind of could be something like Shadow of Colossus, but for this generation. So I don't know. I don't know if they showed enough to let me know that or not, but that's what people were kind of getting at. Looked like it's a first person shooter. And at the end, they show this huge beast rise up. Looks cool. Looks cool. Is it Shadow Colossus of our generation? We'll find out. That's a high bar to reach. Shadow Colossus was just amazing to me. I don't know if you guys played it or not, but
yeah,
Shadow Colossus.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah. I hate that they are don't compare that game to Shadow Colossus. Shadow Colossus was epic, so it just needs to stand alone by itself. Leave it alone. Stop. People love to do that, and then you get upset when the game is trash.
Yeah,
You
they hype
such a
it too
great
much.
game.
Well,
Mhm.
they could actually expand on that game, because they had a lot of ideas that were cut from the original game. The original Shadow of Colossus was supposed to be 2 players, and it was supposed to be online. So that if they added those features into it, it might be pretty cool, like for a sequel.
And then
Love you too. See you later.
This is actually Kag thinks that the Bill Clinton part was my favorite part of the awards, but my favorite part of the awards was when Animal came out, and like after hearing all the dumb jokes that all the announcers have said all night, and Animal comes out and freaking tears it up like he's Kevin Hart out there, just ripping out all these jokes, man, like Dave Chappelle, dude. And it's like you all got upstaged by a Muppet. You know what I mean? When they asked him, like, who would be your creative, who do you want to make a game for you? He'd like, Koshima. And then they said, what would it be called? He said, Animal Crossing. I was rolling, man. Like, just the timing, everything. Like, everyone got upstaged by a Muppet, except for that girl's dress, because she had a Muppet on it as well. So,
yeah.
Pretty awesome moment in that. Then we got an interesting trailer. Didn't really do much for me. Called what is it? Bansheer's Ghost of Elden or something like that. I don't know. Or Eden. Did you guys see that or not?
Oh, I did not.
Let's see that one.
Didn't do much for me. I don't know.
Another fantasy game.
Yeah, it looked like one of a million. We also got a Warhammer 40K new game coming out. We saw that. That was okay. Oh, the Hellboy joke. Okay, so there was a cell shaded. Someone in the chat said the lady made the Hellboy. That whole part was so cringy. That was the pre-show. and the girl was telling jokes, and they were just so bad. But they did announce, and we didn't. I don't have any footage of this. They did announce a new Hellboy game, and it was cel shaded. And I don't know if you guys are excited about that. They didn't show much, so it's hard to get excited when they don't show too much stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Let's see here. What else did we get? We got some. Oh, Crash. So Crash Bandicoot comes in down a little line, makes a phone call. Kind of really weird, not very well written script. Not funny. Again, animal upstaging everybody. Crash Bandicoot tries to come out, kind of falls flat, but they do announce a new Crash Bandicoot game. Are you guys a fan of the series? Do you care? Is this something you're gonna buy?
I haven't really cared since part 3. Part 3, I think, was a high point in the series, and they never really reached that again. So I kind of fell off from it. But it's cool that they're still making them because it brings back that nostalgia.
Yeah.
Of the PlayStation for me back in the day. So.
Yeah.
And I have never beat Crash Bandicoot game ever in my life. And I've probably never played past level 2 on a Crash Bandicoot game. Not because I think they're bad or anything. I just wasn't.
It doesn't hold the interest.
For me. I don't know. So yeah, not too excited about that. Honestly. And then God of War 1 innovation and accessibility or something like that. Then we got a game, and I'm kind of confused because I feel like it's the same name. Like the name has not changed, and I'm a little confused about this, and it's Lords of the Fallen, right? Do you guys, have you ever played Lords of the Fallen?
I'm not.
Okay, so Lords of the Fallen, it's you'll know the cover though, right, Reggie? You know the game? This one right here?
Let me see real fast. I've seen the cover before, but I didn't know of the cover, but I don't really know gameplay. It's like looks like Shadows of Rome in a way.
Is this a remake? It's the same exact name. I was a little confused on it. I haven't made it far enough in this game to go, oh, that's that from that and that. It looked amazing. It looked insanely good. And I played enough to know that it's like a Souls game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. It looked great. Hopefully it's a new one. It's a reboot. That's why it's the same name. Okay, so it's a reboot. Okay.
No, they didn't say it's a reboot. It says, I looked it up. It says the Lords of the Fallen introduces an all new epic RPG in a vast interconnected world, more than 5 times larger than the original game. So
wow.
So they just made it big for current gen.
And if you watch the trailer, you'll be impressed. It looks insane. It looks amazing. So I'll definitely look into that. And then we got some Call of Duty news. Then we got Best Game Direction. Best Game Director, where Reggie, not Radical Reggie, came out, but Reggie, Nintendo Reggie, old school Nintendo Reggie.
Yeah, GameStop Reggie now.
Reggie Fils-Aimé, what is he? No, he's not. I don't think he's with GameStop anymore.
He's not with GameStop anymore.
He left already. He just got there like a couple years ago.
He said, "You guys are screwed."
I think he bounced real quick. I gotta look that up, but he wasn't there. Very long.
Did you see like GameStop what they lost in the last couple of months? It's insane.
Oh yeah, they're done.
They're just
not to be sidetracked. I just want to tell you a quick story about GameStop that happened yesterday. So I went to Best Buy to pick up this game. I got the River City Girls, and I was looking for Marvel, the new Marvel game. I wanted a physical copy of it. Best Buy didn't have it, so I went over to GameStop. I go in there, the guy's nowhere to be seen. He comes from out the back room, so I start asking him questions about stuff in the store. I'm like, is this, what's the price on this? He's like, oh, there's no sticker on that, I don't know. I'm like, what? Okay, left it alone.
Like, I won't check for you or nothing.
Right. I asked him about the Marvel game. Oh, if you don't pre-order it, we're not going to get it. GameStop's not going to waste their money on it unless you pre-order it.
We didn't know you had it, though. We were gonna get...
Right. I'm like, okay. And he didn't even check another store for me or anything. I'm like, all right. So then I bought what I wanted, and I was like, oh yeah, I need a Switch Pro controller. Do you have it used with? No, but you know what? You know what? You can go down the street to the exchange, and I'm looking at him like, bruh, this is why GameStop's losing. Because when I was at GameStop, you ask me for a product, first thing I'm going to do is check what other stores have it.
Right.
If no other store has it, I'm going to sell you on something that is comparable to it and let you know the features of that product. I would never send you to a competitor. Like that would be the absolute last option after I exhausted everything, and I still wouldn't even do it. You know what I'm saying? So another thing. I knew my Game Informer magazine needed to be renewed. He didn't offer that. He didn't offer for me to pre-order it. He didn't do his job at all.
It sounded like the dude didn't want to be there that day.
He didn't want to be there.
Or he didn't like Kag.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe he just
that's
didn't
why
like
GameStop's
Kag.
losing money. They're horrible, dude. What's that?
I said maybe he just didn't like Kag. He doesn't.
Hey, whatever the case may be, he could however he feels about it. You always do your job. You're not gonna like most of the customers that come in there. But the problem with GameStop employees is they just don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already know your company's struggling. If you're not vested, just leave. Yeah. Because the right people in the right place could turn GameStop around. But for whatever reason, they just aren't bringing the right people on, man. So that's my story about GameStop from yesterday, man. Horrible.
Right on. And then we got Michael Madsen, you know, Kill Bill, Quentin Tarantino, Reservoir Dogs, comes out and they announce some Cyberpunk DLC.
Looks good.
And it looks amazing. And it makes you go, oh, okay, whatever you did in the past, Cyberpunk, it's fine. You got Danny Trejo. You got Michael Rooker. What's his name? Rooker from Guardians of the Galaxy. You got Michael whatever. Let's just do this. You know, it looked amazing. It looked really good.
It had Idris Elba. You can't leave out Idris Elba.
Well, that was even another announcement later.
Yeah,
that was later. They
he's in the
that,
game.
And
I'm
just like, holy smoke! Cyberpunk is like, okay, we messed up, but guess what? We're coming back, and so pretty cool to see that. And then Bandai Namco came, and I was really shocked at the applause that this game got. And I thought about John the whole time because I didn't sell John. I actually just gave it to him. Armored Core 1, 2, 3. I don't know what I gave him, but they announced 4.
Oh yeah, on the PS2. Yeah,
and they announced 4 at the show, and people lost their mind. I was like, "Is this a thing?"
Dude, yeah, like, mech games are huge, man.
No, and I'm sure there is. There's like a whole nother realm that you live in this other realm, John, of video gaming that I don't.
I live in like the super nerdy realm
like the
of
freaking dark
strategy,
internet, or what do they call it? You know,
dark web.
Yeah, the dark web. That's where John lurks in the video game.
I stopped playing the Armored Core games after Mech Warrior. Was it Mech Assault?
Is that the PS2 one?
They had a couple ones that bombed on PS3.
So I can't even deal with it. It's the controls are so bad. You know. So that was announced, and then we got so this game is called Wild Hearts. And this game really got me pumped up. Now, next month, we get the drop of Monster Hunter Rise on the PS5 and the Xbox finally. And I can't wait. This looks like a Monster Hunter type game, but it looks really, really good. Really, really awesome.
Yeah, it does. It did
and
look good.
I'm super excited about this. Anyone else going to play this?
I'm going to play it.
It looks like a Monster Hunter game. I'm not.
You know what? I'm gonna just decide after I watch the Monster Hunter movie with Mila Jovovich, and if I like that, then I'm pretty sure I'll pick this game up. So
you haven't seen Monster Hunter yet?
It's on Plex, man. I've been skipping past it because I've been watching it like crazy.
People diss on that movie, and and it's Paul Anderson, Thomas Anderson, or whatever. He did the same movies with his wife. He's been doing these movies for years. I quite enjoyed Monster Hunter. I'm not gonna lie.
It's just like the Resident Evil movies. It's enjoyable.
It's like a guilty pleasure.
Oh, I thought you were bringing me a whole bowl.
It's a guilty pleasure. So that looked really cool. And then we got, and I'll show it right now in its entirety. and it was the Final Fantasy 16 trailer. And if you're asking me, this stole the show.
Mm-hmm.
This
Really?
stole the show. When I saw this trailer, and you guys should bring it up and watch it right now. I'm going to let it run in its entirety. Holy smokes. Like, I literally had to get my jaw off the ground and put it back in my mouth.
I don't know.
It did. It did steal the show. It was, for me, it was amazing. I was like, yo, this looks crazy, man. I'm like, this is insane. And so I can't wait to play that. It should be on every console and not just an exclusive to PS5. Just want to throw that
Well,
out
I just
there.
want them to finish Final Fantasy VII remake before they get into these.
Yeah,
other games.
right?
Like,
I'm
give
with
us these
Reggie.
first. That's why I can't get into all this. They're trying to mix it
they're
up too much.
milking that cow.
Finish what you started.
Thank you, GLaDOS. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. But go ahead, Reggie. Sorry.
Joel, you interrupted me. I forgot what I was saying. No, I'm just kidding. Me and John just feel like it's hard to get into these new trailers like Final Fantasy 16 when they're still working on Final Fantasy 7 remake and getting that out to us. You know, I mean, I know everybody's excited and it's cool that it's coming out, but I'm not even paying attention to it because I'd rather see something Final Fantasy 7 remake. Like I want,
That's you.
I want that.
Finish that one
Ken
first.
says that game's
You-
garbage, and he doesn't want. He didn't care about a remake.
I never
He wants to
okay.
see
Never
16.
said the game was garbage.
I know. I'm
so
just kidding.
Don't
Kag.
listen to
Kag, I'm just messing.
Joel's trolling. So,
I got proof.
but I will
Yeah,
say
we got
this.
proof. Look up the video.
Look up the video. I never said it was trash. But
Look at the thumbnail.
I will say this. I will say this to counteract what Reggie and John is saying. It's a remake of Final Fantasy VII, a game we already played. Move on already. Give us something new.
Nope.
So
Give us something
I'm cool.
better.
I'm happy they're giving us something new. Final Fantasy VII. I mean, all it is a prettier looking version of a game that came out 20 years ago. So let's move on. I mean, make it. I'm not saying not make it, but this 16 looked amazing.
And
And
I'll
I'm
tell
like,
you,
Enix is,
yeah.
they're becoming like the Disney of games where they got like 5 different series of Star Wars going on, but it's like 5 different series of Final Fantasy.
Wait, wrong trailer. I'm looking at Final Fantasy
Dude, I'll tell you
14.
this: there's nothing in the whole game
Oops.
of Final Fantasy VII remake that looks
Got my
even
Roman numerals
close as
mixed up.
cool as what I see in Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Final
It
Fantasy
is-
16 looks amazing.
It looks on another
It
level.
does look good.
I was just like blown away. I literally was like, this is the reason to have a PS5 right now for me. And I'm
Good.
like, I'm not even like that, but I saw that game and I was just like, yo, let me get this now.
Right.
I want this game
And it's
now.
not too far away. They announced summer, but it was leaked that it's going to be June or July. I can't
Wait, is it a
remember.
single player experience or is it a multiplayer online?
I imagine it's single player.
Okay.
All of the collector's editions sold out already. They had one that came at Best Buy. You got one that came with a steelbook, and Best Buy gave you another steelbook.
Yeah, you got
Go
one,
on.
didn't you, Kag?
I couldn't, dude. It was gone. Like they announced it at the
Dude,
show
you don't even
because
want
of
that one. Get that $300
Thank you.
one that's going to be on Square Enix. The statue's bananas. It's
Yeah, they'll sell some more, man, because they
it's
can't sell it.
it's all because of Wario 64. I love him to death because he helped me get so much great stuff. But he put it up before anybody, and it was gone. I was
Yeah.
like, man,
but I mean, this is my
Well,
most
Kag,
anticipated game.
it's kind of a good thing if you think about it, because then that gives you more. You could buy Final Fantasy VII instead, the new one for that. Since you-
well, I'm
you
gonna get that. I'm gonna get that anyways. But
Okay.
I wanted the steelbook, for 16, and it was just gone, man.
And it looks insane. It looks
And look,
so-
Reggie, I don't have an issue. I keep saying this. I don't have an issue with Final Fantasy VII. My exact words were the love train, because you're making my point right now, Reggie. The love train needs to slow down because it's not the greatest RPG ever made. There's so many great RPGs that came after that. Come on now, like 20 years ago.
Even
Huh?
in the Final Fantasy series, I just feel like that 7, unfortunately, back in the day wasn't. Even though it got a lot of praise, it wasn't as good as it should have been. And I think this remake is making up for that. That's why I'm like, want them to finish the story with it. But I don't know. Square Enix has a bunch of people working on games, so I mean, they're not just working at one game at a time. But I just would.
And I understand. I understand, like I said back in that video, everybody's affinity, because that was like people's first RPG love affair. That's what like got them into RPGs. Like, oh my god, I love JRPGs now. I'm a fan. Like I'm a fan. So I get it. But the whole purpose of that video is to say, hey, there's so many great RPGs after that this is not the best ever made. It was overrated at this point.
So this is bringing our video about the Game Awards to a close almost. We had Game of the Year that was announced, and people in the chat, you can tell me if you agreed with it or not. People were pissed off. Some people were like me. I was like, good.
I was happy. You're right.
I
didn't think it was gonna get it, man. I thought they'd go with God of War.
It deserved it, man. Everybody knows.
I know it deserved it, but that doesn't mean they'd vote for it.
Yeah, you're right. It's just like I thought it was gonna be like God of War is winning so many awards at the Game Awards. I was like, all right, man, God of War is gonna win. It don't deserve to win, but it's gonna win because it was the last game people played. It's most freshest in their mind. And when they announced Elden Ring, dude, I dropped my plate and stood up. I was like, yes.
Well, here's the thing too. Like when they were given God of War all the awards, because I've seen so many Academy Awards, I've seen so many things. I already knew it was going to go to Elden Ring, because they'll do that a lot because to appease all the people that are going to be pissed off.
Yeah.
And so once God of War was taking everything, I was like, sweet. I bet you Elden Ring's got this in the bag. And man, when they said Elden Ring won, I was just like, oh my goodness. And I don't even know if I want to talk about the little idiot who I hate when people take people's moments. And I don't know if I even want to give him any credit here.
My daughter said that was the best part of all the award show.
But
the guy who jumped up on stage.
Yep.
And it's just like, for what? Like, I get he's just a troll, right? That's all it is. He was just trolling. 100%. That's all.
Joel, what did he say, Joel, when he got there? Did he make any sense when he was up there?
He said, I want to nominate this award, which is not even what you say. You wouldn't nominate an award that you got. You would dedicate it, probably. I dedicate. So I want to nominate this award to what was it in the chat that could help me? What is it? Oh gosh, I don't know. It was just stupidity. Bill Clinton. And then and you know what, man? On Twitter, that's all it was this kid and the freaking Bill Clinton. And he totally stole it, you know. And even when he was up there, I was like, this ain't good. This ain't.
But Joel, it got so much exposure that a lot of kids now, because kids care about that, those viral moments. A lot of kids are going to watch the Game Awards next year, you know, just to see if something happens. So it's actually exposing more people to it, which is awesome.
Yes and no. Like,
oh no, man.
I think it's going to create even more stupidity in kids.
They could. And I mean, I don't like that it's
stupid, and now they're going to be more stupid.
Like they said, it stole their moment. Then that's messed up. It's like Kanye coming out there in the Grammys. Remember that stuff?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You know, and it's like, why do people have to steal other people's moments? Why do you have to steal someone else's moment to make your own? Why don't you make your own dang moment? You know what I mean? It's lazy, it's selfish, and it pisses me off. Like it literally pissed me off because you know these guys worked hard for years and years and years, and people won't even remember. It's like Will Smith, man. Will Smith's a little immature kid, slaps like Chris Rock, and that's the only thing. No one remembered. Yeah. No one's gonna remember what won movie of the year that year.
Well,
they're gonna remember that Chris Rock got slapped.
And the thing is like with the Will Smith thing, he hurt himself because he got the best actor award. He won an award. And they didn't even talk about that. It's gone now. So you're right. People do dumb stuff, man.
But create your own moment. I guess it's weird because he kind of actually did. But like, you know. But it's like, you know, he still had
Not
to
on
steal,
the not
he
on
had
the
to
back
steal
of
someone
someone
else's
else.
moment to create his.
Yeah, well said, John.
What'd you say, John?
I said not make your own moment, but not on the back of someone else's.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And that's
And how did he get up there anyways? Like,
dude, he just walked up there, man.
they need to have more security for that type of stuff. Because, like, what
First
if
they
he
need to
was,
fire the
you know,
security they already have.
right?
Whoever brought him there is, I get you. They're not getting an invite back next year.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's crazy.
He was like someone's +1, and they're like, crap.
I don't even know. Who knows? But like,
Yeah.
but honestly, and Kag, I thought it was one of the better shows that we've seen in the last couple of years. It's been a
I give
long
it
time since I've been that interested in games. The games that they were showing, I was like, oh, that's cool. Oh,
I give it a
that's
B.
cool.
As far as like a rating, thank you. I give it a B. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't the best because there was so many like things that weren't announced. We didn't really. It was like mainly a lot of third party stuff, but you didn't have Nintendo had no presence there, and Microsoft had no presence there. So it could have been better because there's a lot of games that weren't announced or even talked about. That's just my opinion.
But is that the fault of the Game Awards, or is that like Nintendo that does directs every
We
month?
don't know.
Yeah,
We
Nintendo
don't.
likes to do their own
You know what I
thing
mean?
now. Their own
Everybody's got their own shows now where
Yeah.
they do this
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Well, what's
right.
crazy is
Unless you're
Sony
giving
has
them
their
award,
own
they'll
shows
show up.
too, and they still like cranked out the hits. You know, it's crazy.
Mm.
But you know, Microsoft was pushing their Samsung and they were pushing their like that you play anywhere, and I thought that was really, really cool. And I think that like it's like Xbox is leading the way of like, hey, there shouldn't be division in gaming almost. Like you should be able to do it anywhere at any time. And I really like that. And they are pushing their Samsung saying you can play like it's an Xbox, right? From what I understand, right off your TV.
Yeah, the game streaming.
That's crazy.
I mean, it shouldn't be any division in games. The thing is, you play where your friends are at. That's always been the case.
Yeah.
Friends are on PlayStation, great. Your friends are on Nintendo, great. They're on Xbox, great. Just play with your friends at where you get the best experience. All of the hate and all of the this is better than this or white knighting for this and this is childish and inappropriate. Where it was cool back when Sega and Sony and Nintendo were doing it themselves. They even got away from it. You remember when the mascot would show up out? You had Crash showed up outside of Nintendo, and
Yeah.
Sega would what Sega does, Nintendo don't. That was cool and fun. There's no point in doing it now because they're not doing it. So I agree.
So I want to ask the chat, what
I
was
gotta
what was
go,
your game
Joel.
of the year? God of War or I'm blanking. What is it? Elden Ring. Let me know
Elden Ring.
really quick. And while you guys are loading that up, what is the game you guys are most excited for that was announced on this night? Go ahead, Reggie. You want me to come back to you?
Yeah, let's go with John first, real fast.
Because he said he has to go.
Yeah, probably Diablo 4.
Okay.
I'm a Diablo fanboy since like 2000.
That's probably my second most, yeah.
So I'm really excited about that.
And we'll wrap it up here for you, John, because I know you have to go. Kag?
Tekken 8, man.
Okay.
Tekken 8. Oh my god.
Oh, that's yeah.
And then
For
Reggie?
me, more the same Horizon DLC. I'm more excited for that than anything.
Right
So,
on. You are a Horizon fan through and through. He bought the collector's edition one. He played the second one. I couldn't even get through like the first 10 hours of the first one. I was like, I can't take this lady anymore. I'm done. Like, I just couldn't do it. And that mine, of course, is Final Fantasy 16. What is the one I'm the most excited for? And then my second one would be Diablo 4. Can't wait to get my hands on that. It looks like in the chat, most people are saying Elden Ring. There's a God of War in there, but most people are saying Elden Ring. So Styx is excited for Street Fighter 6. He won't be once it comes out and I spank him. He won't be excited anymore. Tekken 8 probably came in at number 3 for me. Tekken 8, I was very surprised at the gameplay. It really, really knocked me out. I was just like, wow, can't wait. So, some people are pumped for Jedi Survivor, they say. Michael Madsen GTA game. Well, that is it. That is our episode. Let us know down in the comments below, what is your game of the year? And what are you looking forward to most? And thank you guys so much. Go check out these guys' channels. John is blowing up over on YouTube. If you're not subbed to him, he's going to pass me. He's going to pass me here pretty soon.
If you like flight sim stuff, I make tons of shorts, like 2 a day. And I'm going to start streaming, I think, more of the stuff I play a lot that Joel doesn't like strategy and flight sims.
If you like the dark web, if you like the dark web, snuff film stuff,
it shows a lot of people actually
go
like
check
that
out
stuff.
John. Tree Gaming. And go check out Kag. He's got some cool stuff going on, unboxing, stuff like that. And of course, Reggie, who's always bringing us the hits and always making the Reggie effect real in everyone's life. If you don't know what the Reggie effect is, watch a video. And then when you're on Amazon, you go, oh, and you're buying a game, you go, oh, that's the Reggie effect. Yeah, that's what that is. So, and of course, if you're not subscribed to me, please do, be that third person and hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much. We love you. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Oh my God, I cannot believe we're going to play the Strange Brigade tonight, man. Away, Strange Brigade, away! Oh my God, I cannot believe we're going to play the Strange Brigade tonight, man. Away, Strange Brigade, away! Oh my God, I cannot believe we're going to play the Strange Brigade tonight, man. Away, Strange Brigade, away! Oh my God, I cannot believe we're going to play the Strange Brigade tonight, man. Away, Strange Brigade, away!